Welcome, FNusa57 here. I'm back on my Xbox One playing some Gears 5, and in today's video, I am going to be showing you how to have duplicate characters in Escape and Horde. Now, this is in Operation 3 after what many have said was patched, but I can tell you they made it more difficult. They did not make it impossible. So, we are going to start off here in Escape. Now, I have all the characters that you can use unlocked, but just for the purposes of showing that we will actually have two of the same character, I'm going to use Marcus, even though you would pretty much never do this in Escape, as far as using that character. But some maps you might want to have two Lonnies, or maybe two Max, or two Emils, two of, whatever. Maybe you and someone else are working on leveling up a character and they want to play the same character. So this is how you do it in Operation 3. As you can see, I'm already done. I've been general since week 2, the end of week 2. So just to show that it is Operation 3. Now what we're going to do is I will be acting as the host, but I am going to show you what the joining player needs to do. So I'm going to start up the map, and as you can see, I'm playing on a map where there is Iron Man on. So technically, if it didn't work, he wouldn't be able to get into the game. My buddy Furious Mike is going to help me out with this, and we will both be playing the same character. So the person coming in, when they get the invite, or if they're waiting to join your game off of your profile and you tell them to join, they need to do so immediately because timing is critical on this. If you're too early, it won't work. If you're too late, it won't work. Timing has to be spot on. But what they're going to do is they're going to be on the character that they want to play, that you want to have a duplicate of. You'll send them the invite, or they'll join when you tell them to, and they'll get the normal loading, connecting to host, loading map, and then the 30-second countdown. For the last 10 seconds of the countdown, what you want to do is select the character, select the change character, and then just keep spamming the A button so that your screen basically looks like this until that countdown ends and you can't spam it anymore. Alright? So, like I was saying, what you're going to do, as the host, you're going to go ahead and start the lobby, wait for this countdown, and timing on this is critical, so you're going to want to go over to your party or the player you want to invite, go to their profile, and as soon as the snatcher runs across the screen in the background, you're going to want to send that invite. So now that the invite's sent, you can accept it. And there we go. Now, it might be about 1 second too early, but right around this point where the snatcher is eating you, you go ahead and get that pop-up. So now the player that's joining is going to go through and do what I explained earlier about selecting the character and on the last 10 seconds just spamming A on that. You'll notice that your load times are going to be longer. It's almost double the normal load time bringing in a second of the same character like this. But you'll know for certainty once you go ahead and get out of the pods. Now, this isn't 100% guaranteed to work. It works about 99% of the time. There is 1% of the time where it does something weird, and sometimes it'll change your character or the other player's character. I'm not entirely sure why it does that, but they don't want you to have two of the same character, which I think is really silly. They should have never locked specific skills to specific characters, because sometimes you just want to play the person that you want to play. So here we have the unskippable cutscene, or cinematic. Gotta love that. I mean, it does give me time to look at that winter armor. And as you can see, we have another Marcus. So we actually have 2 Marcuses here. My winter armor is cooler. But that's how you do it for Escape. Then you can go ahead and proceed through the game as you would like. Next, I'm going to show you how to do Horde. Alright, now for Horde. This is where most of the time you do use duplicate characters, specifically duplicate JDs. But there's other characters that sometimes you might want to have multiple of. It just depends on what you're doing. Whether you want to do it or not is entirely up to you. This video is just to explain why. Anyways, so for Horde, we're going to go ahead and use Kate, because Kate starts with the Retro Lancer. Very easy to tell which character. Can't be confused with something else. The process is going to be the same for player that's joining and for the host. The only difference is you can do this with bots on or bots off on any difficulty, on any map. Does not matter. The process is the same. The timing only is important depending on the power. So the window for accepting the invite is larger. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and start the match. And you're actually going to wait as the host for this countdown to go away. You can also join somebody's Horde game in progress. Once it says loading map, then you're going to go ahead and invite everyone to the game. So there's 2 schools of thought. When you can join in progress, if you join in progress and they already start, you're not going to get credit for the full 50 waves. Also, you're not going to get the 1,000 power for that player. Alright, I sent the invite. And usually you know that it's working because this whole validating match screen takes longer. Also, this works about 99% of the time. There is roughly 1% time where it doesn't work and it'll just change the character, which is really weird. I haven't figured out exactly what causes that. So as you can see here, before the match has even started, it says that we have 2 Kates. And now the match is going to start. And there we go. We have Kate and Kate. So 2 Kates. And you will notice that I'm going to pick up the Fabricator. And we will each get the same starting 1,000 power when the Fabricator is first placed. Now, if you have touched the Fabricator before the person loads in, they will not get the 1,000 power. So see, I have 1,000 power, and you can see Furious Mike has 1,000 power as well. So that is how you have duplicate characters in Escape and Horde. It works for any character that can be played in either Escape or Horde. So you can do it with any of the characters that you can play with, basically, in those game modes. Also, in case anyone does ask, because I've been getting this question a lot, the weapon skin set that I use is called the Arid Gale set. It was obtained in Operation 2 by having a top 1% time in the weekly Escape maps. So, and I have all the skins that weren't glitched. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will do my best to answer them for you. If you enjoyed the video, please do me a favor, go ahead and slap that like button. And of course, subscribe for more content, as that greatly helps me out with the searchability of videos here on YouTube. If you don't have your copy of Gears 5 yet, remember it is included with Game Pass. If you need to order one, there will be a link in the description where you can order one, and my channel also gets credit for that. So if you'd like to check it out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Until next time, stay frosty.